Hey, how's it going, everybody? Charlie Wilson here, aka Sinister Charlie. Welcome back. Yeah, so somebody in the comments was telling me to check out this page and this guy. I'm sorry, I can't remember your name off the top of my head, but yeah, this is Mike Burnfire. He's got a pretty good following, and I've never heard of him before. Yeah, and I guess I was saying I was in the Navy for a good 6 years, and yeah, I was in the Seabees. Iraq, Japan, Italy, Greece, parts of Africa. Um, yeah, so I was in for 6 years. So yeah, they're saying this would be a good video to look at. So I figure why not? We'll see what's up with it. We'll see what's up. All right, let's go.
We can sing some cadence along the way.
No, shut up! I hate cadence. Yeah, I really hate cadence.
Left, right, low, right.
Oh my God!
You don't have to do it.
Up.
Left, right,
Okay,
low,
I will
right.
admit. Shut up! I will admit that the Marines have a better cadence system in that they only do cadence when they're like running for like PT.
You think so?
They don't do like other dumb cadences while you're just marching to places.
That depends on where you go.
The Army does cadence all the time. All of the time. Anytime you march somewhere, you're doing cadence, which is stupid because you end up with some of the dumbest cadences ever that people come up with off the top.
Yeah, in the Navy, not really all the time. For the most part, just boot camp at any school. Maybe for like, obviously PT, but for like, maybe like, what was it, Navy Day or CB Day, Navy's birthday, I don't know. Yeah, but other than that, not really. Maybe for, yeah, just like drills, I guess.
Top of their head, like
Can't think of
Pebbles and
any
Bam
other
Bam on a
way.
Friday night tried to get to heaven on a paper kite, and it's like, what the fuck does this
Never
have to
heard
do with anything?
that one.
And then you get other people that are super motivated that do dumbass cadences about airborne rangers, and I'm like, we're in a support unit. Not a single one of us is an airborne ranger. None of us will be airborne rangers. Stop with the cadence. It's stupid. C-130 rolling down the strip, airborne rangers on a one-way trip. None of us are airborne rangers. None of us are ever going to do dangerous missions like that. I swear to God, next person to do a cadence like that, I'm going to put you on a C-130, and then I'm going to...
Oh, Jesus.
Why would he come
So
in
what's
his
the
mouth?
most bored you've ever
I'm
been?
just kidding.
I know it's asking you to search your entire military career and try and find especially boring. Yeah.
Why don't you go first? You tell me what's the most bored you've ever been first.
Man, I don't know. There's like, there was a time where we had nothing to do for like 3 days, so we just stacked plastic bottles and threw rocks at them for the entirety of those 3 days. And that was it.
Dang.
That was all we did for like 3 days.
That is pretty bored. But yeah, there was one night where we were sitting out there and we took something similar to what you did, where we just took like a can, like an empty SpaghettiOs can, and put it on the curb. And we were just pitching rocks at it to try and knock it over.
It's pretty much all you can do when you got nothing to do. You just target practice.
Yeah.
Honestly, most of us had like laptops, or at least, the very least, DVD players, and and we also, all of us when I was in Iraq, on the convoy security team, we all bought PSPs. I think that's like version 2, could have been version 1 of PSP, but I can't remember. But yeah, we all bought those, and we all bought the SOCOM game because you could like remotely connect all the PSPs in a room. So we'd do that for a while. Then that got boring. So, but yeah, and then obviously in Iraq you can buy so many bootleg DVDs. I bought like the entirety of Dragon Ball Z, like up to the Boo Saga, and also Curb Your Enthusiasm, like the first 7 seasons on DVDs for like $20 or whatever the hell it was. It's like, all right, yeah. So
I
anyway,
just do that, and then we got yelled at.
there's
for
a lot of
doing
those
that.
DVD
Well, it's 'cause
shops
you're
on
in the
base.
military and you get yelled at for everything.
Yeah. And then people wondered why I smoked like seriously a pack and a half of cigarettes a day.
I still do that.
I used to have a grenade launcher.
You didn't have any grenades for it though, did you?
No, I mean, like, while I was in the military, I was issued a grenade launcher.
Yeah, those.
You ever fire a grenade launcher?
Yes, a lot.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. A lot.
How many grenades have you thrown?
Hand grenades?
They don't obviously give you a grenade launcher like that. At least we didn't have those. They're connected to your M4 or M16. I didn't qualify on one, never did. But yeah, you'll shoot 40 mics, 40 millimeter rounds, and then you'll also 40 millimeter rounds of also like flares and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
Only like 2, but 40 millimeter grenades, a lot of them.
Why would you, working in the armory, an enclosed space, be issued a grenade launcher?
Because, okay, so we got 6 new grenade launchers into our company, and they called me, and they said, hey, come down to the arms room and install these grenade launchers. I said, what M16s am I putting these grenade launchers on? And they said, pick 6 of them. And I went, seriously, any 6? And they said, yeah, any 6. And I went, okay, well, where's my weapon?
And
Give
my
me that.
friends.
That is mine. I'm putting this grenade launcher on it. I have a grenade launcher now. Because I wanted a grenade launcher.
Armors get
You
all the good
actually
shit.
fired a grenade launcher.
I fired a lot of grenades. We went on a convoy live fire mission.
While you were deployed?
No. Convoy live fire range. It was like a firing range. We rode in the back of trucks and shot at stuff with them.
Veronica's still not doing well because you blew her up with the grenade.
And
Sorry.
basically, we were only supposed to go on 1, and they did 6 of them. I was only supposed to go on 1. I volunteered to go on all 6 because they had ordered too many practice grenades. So I ended up firing a lot of 40 millimeter grenades. I used the grenade launcher so much I didn't really even need to use a sight on it anymore. I would just be like, okay, well, I need to be at roughly this elevation to hit a target at 300 meters.
Yeah, it's generally that's how I shot my M240 Bravo machine gun. Generally speaking, because you'll have tracers and stuff too. But I never used it in Iraq other than practice. So, other than that, in Iraq, I never fired my any weapons. Well, except like I said, for practice and stuff. But.
And then you'd hit the target.
Yeah.
Sorry to pause it again, but Iraq was a lot of IEDs, not so many. When I went, I was there 2007 to 2008, and it was a lot of IEDs as opposed to firefights going on in Iraq. Generally, that was left for Afghanistan.
I know a lot about grenade launchers.
Learn something new every day.
I can't believe I've never told you this story about grenade launchers.
You've got a lot of stories I haven't heard before.
Yeah, I had an underbarreled M203 grenade launcher for like almost a year while I was in the military, and then they took it away from me because they said,
I'm not doing so well here.
then they took it away from me because they said, well, you're mostly going to be in a shop fixing weapons all the time.
Yeah.
And I said,
Anyway.
fine, I guess I don't get a grenade launcher anymore. So yeah, they took my grenade launcher away from me, and then they gave me a belt-fed machine gun. Which I didn't understand anymore, because I was like, you just said I'm going to be, like, in a shop, so why would I need a grenade launcher? And then you gave me a fully automatic belt-fed machine gun. Are you fucking stupid?
The answer to that question is yes. It's
Yeah.
the military.
There you
They
go.
are.
And as it turns out, they didn't really care that I had just put a grenade launcher on my rifle with, like, no authorization and had never been to a firing range with a grenade launcher before. They didn't care because the majority of people who had put grenade launchers on their weapons were super pissed about it because it meant they had to carry more weight.
Yeah, that's true. So I was
I
kind of
didn't
lucky.
care. I wanted a 40 millimeter grenade launcher.
Well, that is quite the story I had never heard before.
Yeah.
So I don't mean to bring up the conversation of poop again, but
No, but you're going
Well.
to. Yes.
yeah, you kind of reminded me of a story that happened to me when I was on a mission with some other Marines, and we also had a porta-john, and it was in the middle of nowhere, so it didn't get emptied.
So
Yeah.
very, very rapidly filled with fecal material and urine.
Yes, to put it in a very gross way, that is true.
I have a
Also probably
story.
MRE wrappers and crayons and glue because that's all Marines eat.
Yeah, and there wasn't enough toilet paper, so what they used was fiberglass cloth.
Ooh,
What?
what?
Yeah, they had cloths that we normally use for cleaning up grease. We had some of that.
Oh, like not fiberglass, like a fiber cloth.
No, it was a fiberglass cloth. It was a cloth that had fiberglass in it.
Oh my god, that is the worst idea I think I've ever heard.
And they were using it as toilet paper.
That is the worst idea I've ever heard. The itching would be indescribable.
Fucking idiots. Yeah, I got a story. We were, I don't know. This is kind of a long story. I think I should save that just for my own little ASMR story. I could tell. I don't know how ASMR-y it'll be, but I have a story about a toilet. in a
It
wreck.
apparently didn't come to anyone's mind that maybe scratching your butt with something like that would be a bad idea. So yeah, that was a fun weekend.
Please tell me you didn't use it.
I will not tell you anything more about that weekend.
Oh
That
my
was a
god,
terrible
you
weekend.
wiped your ass with fiberglass. That's like wiping your ass with poison ivy and
Yeah.
going, no, this will be fine.
Man, I joined the military over a decade ago, and you joined even earlier than that. So
I joined 2004.
yeah,
Yep.
right out of high school.
That's around the time I joined. I joined in 2003 and ended up going in 2004 in boot camp. I did not join right out of high school. I dropped out of high school after sophomore year and then got my GED because I really didn't see the point of high school. It's like, oh, I'm just going to join the military anyway. The GED, 6 hours of testing as opposed to 4 years of school. So I'm like, I don't give a shit. So, I joined when I was 19. Got in when I was 20. So
High school.
If we want to get real technical about it, I didn't actually join right out of high school. I had to wait 6 months.
Because you weren't old enough?
No, because they said, hey, we have enough small arms repairmen for this fiscal year, so you have to wait until next fiscal year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, do you want to be a truck driver? You could join the military right now. And I said, fuck you.
yeah. Seems
I
kinda
drove a truck
stupid.
in the military. I drove Humvees and 7
Yeah,
tons.
I have to.
Yeah, it wasn't your job, and you did it just as well as people whose job it
Yeah,
was.
that's
Go
true.
figure.
Well, my job in the military was basic water sanitation engineer, but the old acronym for it was hygiene equipment operator. Mm-hmm. So HEO. Mm-hmm. And there was one guy in our job training corps. He was a big burly guy. We called him Ox, but he was like
course you
200
did.
pounds of all muscle.
Uh-huh.
We were like, why did you join as a hygiene equipment operator? I was supposed to be heavy equipment operator. My recruiter got the paperwork wrong.
Oh my god.
That
Well, let's go
sucks.
find Knight Astor and be like, not Knight Astor.
Knight
but-
Astor.
Sorry.
You just promoted First Sergeant Astor to. Oh, I guess I got a promotion, don't I, recruit? There was a gunnery sergeant who was my drill instructor, and he gave me a command, and I was so exhausted, I just said, yes, ma'am. And I stopped short, and he looked at me. You were going to say, yes, sir, right? You weren't going to say, yes, ma'am, were you? And I said, yes, Master Sergeant.
Wait, what rank was he?
He was gunnery sergeant, so one rank below Master Sergeant.
He got a promotion. Oh, good, a promotion!
Yeah, that'll happen.
In basic training, I named one of my weapons.
What did you name your weapon?
I named my
that's
M16
gay.
Piper.
Yeah, that's kind of gay. But anyway, we didn't get weapons in the Navy. Who am I to call anything gay? I was in the Navy. We got I did a ship staff where you have to do guard duty, but it's obviously a fake. It's not a fake gun, but the magazines, like, I don't know. So nothing's loaded, and it's kind of stupid. Anyway,
No, you didn't.
I did, actually. I named my M16 Piper in basic training.
That was like 10 years ago, before Fallout 4 came out.
Oh, yeah, because Piper has never been a name.
Why did you decide to name your rifle Piper?
Because everybody else was naming their rifles after their girlfriends or wives or whatever.
It's kinda
And I
gay.
didn't have either.
That's also
so
gay.
I was like, I'm going to name it Piper because I like that name. It's a nice name.
It's just a name you liked.
I like the name Piper.
And then you spent every night with Piper.
Yep.
I named my rifle too.
What'd you name it?
I named her after the serial number, so it was easy to remember.
Yeah, that's a good
old
point.
0309823.
that's actually
Let me tell you a
good
fun
idea.
story about when Mike joined the military. I was at my
Sorry.
horrible base of Fort Polk, the asshole of the entire world. I was playing video games and I get a call from a number I don't recognize. This guy on the line says, "Hi, my name is Sergeant whatever. I'm with the United States Marine Corps." And he says, "I have heard from Mike that you might be interested in joining the Marines."
Okay.
I didn't have the heart to tell him, no, I'm already in the military. So what I said is, no, I'm going to college. And he says, you know, if you join the Marines, they'll actually help pay for college. And I said, no, it's okay. I got a trust fund. I'm going to be a doctor.
They can, but you might as well just go to college first and go to ROTC then, if and become an officer as opposed to some fucking enlisted. I was enlisted, obviously.
Doctor.
You said that?
Yeah. After talking with him for about a good 10 minutes.
And by the way, if you just sorry to pause it again, but after you join the after you go to college and you graduate, and you decide to go join the military after, they'll pay off your student loans. So, just, heads up on that one.
On the benefits of joining the Marines while I'm actually already in the military. I finished talking to him. I called Mike and I said, Mike, why'd you tell him I was interested in joining the Marines? And you just started laughing. Said you thought it was funny.
That sounds like me, all right.
I was like, Mike, I told you how bad the military is. Why'd you join?
Oh, was he contacting you because he was trying to verify that I was...
No, he was contacting me because when you went to the recruiter station, you wrote down 4 people's names that might be interested in joining the military, and you wrote down my name, knowing full fucking well that I was already in the military.
I actually
That's
put down
pretty
4
funny.
people's names, all of whom were in the military.
Probably all of whom were already in the military.
So he couldn't harass civilians.
Huh. Yeah. I like that. That was pretty good. Yeah, I'll have to check out some more of that. I thought it was going to be kind of corny, but actually, it's all right. If you want my honest opinion. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, and I haven't talked about the military or anything in a while. Still have dreams about it, which is fucking me up. So, yeah, there you go. Sorry. I forgot to like that, didn't I? Bam. And subscribe. Thanks. Mike Burnfire. Good shit. Yeah, it's good stuff. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate it. And go ahead and like and subscribe if you really want to. And I'll see you again real soon. Bye.